friend from print and electronic media for the second quarter financial research press briefing of Union Bank of India. The highlights of the performance are the global business grew by 3.1% to 7,17,656 crores as of 30th September from 6,95,978 crores as on September 30th, 2017. The domestic business grew by 6.5% to 6,98,892 crores as of September 30th, 2018 compared to 6,56,046 crores of last year. Total deposit grew by 3.4% to 3,99,092 crores as of 30th September 2018 compared to 3,86,025 crores of last year September 30th. Savings deposit grew by 10.1% to 1,18,424 crores as on 30th September 2018 compared to 107,522 crores of last year. Bank's global advances increased to 3,18,563 crores as of 30th September 2018 from 3,09,953 crores as of September 30th, 2017. Domestic advances grew by 9% to 3,02,007 crores as on 30th September 2018 compared to 2,77,000 crores of 30th September 2017. Net interest income for this quarter, July-September quarter, increased by 7.5% to 2,494 crores from 2,321 crores of corresponding quarter of last year. Operating profit stood at 1,772 crores during this quarter, July-September 18. Net profit for July-September 18 improved to 139 crores compared to a loss of 1,531 crores of the corresponding quarter of last year. Global NIM for July-September quarter increased to 2.18 against 2.08 of last year. Return on average assets improved to 0.11% for this quarter against a negative 1.27 of last year. Return on equity improved to 3.11 for this quarter against 2.88 of the previous quarter, that is April-June 2018, because it was a loss in the corresponding quarter last year, so it was negative. Asset quality, cash recovery and upgradation during this quarter increased by 180% to 1,615 crores during this quarter. Out of this, cash recoveries are 1,208 crores and upgradation of 407 crores as against 576 crores of previous year corresponding quarter. Gross NPA stood at 15.74 against 16% of 30th June 2018. Net NPA stood at 8.42 against 8.70 of 30th June 2018. Provision coverage ratio improved to 57.66 as against 56.49. Capital adequacy ratio of the bank under Basel III is at 11.55 as of 30th September compared to minimum regulatory requirement of 10.875. The Tier 1 ratio as of September 30th is 9.02%, within which CET, the Tier 1 is 7.54, where the regulatory minimum is 7.375. Now I am open for questions. Thank you.
So there has been substantial increase in the write-offs. Could you tell us the breakup and also could throw some light on the aging related provisions? Is that overhang will continue or are you through for this financial?
Yeah. See, these are technical write-offs. Technical write-offs are where the accounts, when they reach 100% provision, as a prudent accounting practice, we technically write off. Actually, there is no further classification given in this. These are the accounts which are NPA maybe for more than 2-3 years, and where there is 100% provision, they are written off.
The amount is fairly large for
yeah, because
1868.
yes, but then you know that last 7-8 quarters we are continuously providing from our operating profits and also incurred losses providing for these loans. So many of the accounts are reaching 100% provisions. So as a prudent practice, we are technically writing off. But most of these accounts actually are under NCLT and many other legal processes. So as the recovery comes, they will come to the profit. Last quarter we had seen one account where we got 100% credit to the P&L because it is a written off account. It is not that the recovery effort stops. All those legal processes will be on. It is only prudent practice. So that is one part. As regards the aging provisions, we have made about 1,600 crores of provision in this quarter also. Out of that, it is almost 50% for the aging and another 50% for the fresh NPAs.
So credit cost guidance, would you keep
It will stand. Our annualized credit cost even now it is 2.2. Our guidance is 2.25. We expect that the trend will continue for the next 2 quarters. I think we'll be within that credit.
So do you have exposure to ILFS and can you throw some light on the NBFC sector exposure as well?
Yeah, ILFS actually we do not have any big exposure on the parent companies. It is very small exposures. We have exposure to the thermal power plant of ILFS. So amount wise total exposure to ILFS including this thermal power exposure may be in the range of around 1,100 crores.
compared to the group?
As a group. Out of that, roughly 80% of the exposure is for the thermal power plant, which is a standard asset.
So your percentage